Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, here continuing the journey of the Batman. This is the Batman Season 3, Episode 7, Brawn. Now, I got some comments on last week's episode, which was Cash for Toys, saying the episodes are now out of order in a sense, because apparently Cash for Toys was supposed to be Episode 9, and this episode, Brawn, Episode 7, was supposed to be Episode 6 of Season 3, so I'm not 100% sure what is going on here. But then again, I'm not surprised, because HBO Max did the same thing essentially with Ben 10 in terms of putting up the airing order of episodes rather than the actual, I guess, like production order or like continuity order, if you will. So I'm not too surprised that there's a little bit of a hiccup going on in regards to this. So I may need some help in terms of making sure I do not watch particular episodes that are too out of order. I mean, with this whole situation, I had no idea it was even out of order, because I've not got comments unless I'm remembering correctly about previous episodes or previous seasons of the Batman being off or not being correct. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully nothing too major will occur because of these episodes being switched around. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, so last episode, Toymaker, interesting concept, interesting episode overall. Cash was the highlight in terms of bringing that character back because he's so ridiculous. But I feel like it worked for the episode because Toymaker was an odd villain anyways, and the fact that he was, of course, inspired by Toyman. And people were commenting saying there was a rights issue or something like that, so they couldn't use Toyman, so they made Toymaker or something to that effect. So it's interesting that we got to see a new villain, kinda, not really, but like their own version of Toyman, but he's called Toymaker, and there's like a difference of, like, you know, the origin, if you will, or why he's a villain, all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was interesting. They went that direction with it, and yeah, so I really have no complaints because the show just does a great job in general each week in terms of me watching the show once a week, essentially. Well, unless I film ahead, but like just giving me great story, some good moments, great action, and just overall a fun time, because I honestly never thought I would actually watch this show for the channel, and I never thought that I would actually love it as much as I do, because I had seen bits and pieces of the show years ago, but I just never really connected or actually really paid too much attention. So I'm glad now that I'm giving it the opportunity it deserves, because this has been a great ride so far. It's been a great journey, and we still have a bit to go. So let's continue with this journey, and hopefully there won't be too much of a mix-up in regards to episodes. Anyways, I think I'm getting sick. Anyways, let's get into that, guys. Episode 7. Well, supposed to be episode 6, but anyways, Brawn. Let's get into the show, guys. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Man Mountain Malone.
Yes. Okay, Barbara. Thank you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Exactly. Yep. Yep.
If you think he's buff, folks, get a load of me.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Your family's nothing. You're way dinkier than I expected.
Oh. Come on.
Now we know who stole Bane's power infusion module from Gotham PD's evidence lockup.
Okay, that makes sense.
I need to bulk up.
Yeah, I gotta work out.
Batman have a weakling for backup. Competitive bodybuilding.
That's my girl.
Okay, that's my girl. There you go.
The Gotham Globe.
He's gonna steal the globe. That's what he's gonna do.
Don't bother wrapping it.
I'll take it.
I'll take this little bauble.
Take it off your hands. You know.
Today,
Is it actually made of gold though?
tomorrow, the world.
The Batwave. Suit up. Is that the same shot they've already used? I think. Anyway, it's fine. Let's crush those cars. Oh, well. It's like bowling.
I got a fab new figure, and you got a fab new Batmobile.
Yep, sure did.
Show and tell's over, Joker.
And nothing. He's fine. Exactly. To say he's not done. Ice is not even stopping him. Whoa. Okay, next you did. Oh, never mind. Exactly. I mean, at least he knows he's going for Bane's device.
Plan. You hit Clownboy high, I hit him low.
He's
Yeah.
out of your league.
Oh, well.
I've been working out, you know.
Who's up for dodgeball?
Oh, shit. They have no idea what's going on. And the ball's rolling down. Yeah.
Heads up!
Yeah, now they're going to notice something's going on? Yeah, watch out. Oh, my God. Yep, he's not done.
I'll need more backup.
Well, what does he need? Here comes the car. Of course he can stop it. Yep, yep. Oh, don't destroy it. Don't destroy it.
The Batmobile toss.
What is in there? A new suit? Oh, we haven't seen this in a while. It was the Bane episode we saw this. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, I should have thought that. She's gonna, oh my gosh, she's gonna wear it.
I won't ask again, Batsy. Hand over your milk money.
Milk money. Come on.
How many rounds can you go with Sugar Ray Joker?
Sugar Ray Joker.
Let's find out.
It's like automatic. Okay. Oh.
Where's the tutorial on this thing?
I don't think there is one.
She didn't.
She sure did.
His weak spot.
Exactly. Go for it. Come on. Ooh. This action scene just keeps going. I was like, at some point it's gonna stop, right? For now, but no. Oh, it's stuck. Damn, it's stuck.
Batman needs my help.
Yep.
Thank Barbara.
Thank.
Wakey, wakey, Batsy.
Wakey, wakey.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Jesus. Wait, he's even getting... Oh, okay.
Okay, now
You're going down, clown.
You're going down, clown.
you
Yep.
again.
Tackle time. I'll say, now she's thinking more of like gymnastics in a sense. You can tell. Oh no. Move. Okay, he's gone. Okay. My God. Yeah, watch out.
Batarangs? Tried that. Didn't
Nope.
hurt him.
Nope, going for the device.
Batman.
But only the strong survive.
And now she knows how to stop him. Yep, she knows. Yep. Oh? There you go. Come on, get it. Come on.
Tiny Joker. You can't reach me.
Yep.
I'm still bigger than you.
Hello.
But not me.
Sometimes brains are better than brawn.
Mm-hmm. That's what we've learned.
And sometimes being tiny.
There you have it, guys. Another great episode of The Batman. I really enjoyed it. And the title Brawn makes so much sense now because of Joker literally being the Brawn, taking Bane's device and making himself massive. And at one point he says, well, Batman's had the brawn, like he's had the strength. I've not really had that, and that is true. Because Joker, in a sense, throughout all the iterations in the comics and even, you know, different live action and animated form like this, he can fight. But not on the level like Batman, and he really doesn't have the strength like Batman's. It's like, well, I needed to level the playing field or actually go past the playing field because he was so damn strong. So that was kind of his thinking behind it. But I really enjoyed the episode for a couple of different reasons. Because of that aspect, because Joker in this show has done a lot of crazy things to try to one-up Batman and try to take over Gotham and everything. I mean, literally, we had the whole episode where he was collecting his 52 cards, essentially, like kidnapping 52 different people, turning them into cards of that device. Then at one point he's pretending to be Batman. He made his own Batman costume. He's going to turn Batman into his Joker. Like, he's done some weird stuff on this show. So this is not too out of the ordinary for him stealing another villain's device, essentially, of course, to make him big like Bane and use his venom, essentially, and use that it's an interesting looking device, right? But it's the same thing, you know, as Bane, you know, in the comics. It's just their own version of it, looking wise. And Bane looks interesting in this show in general. Like, the whole design they went with is pretty interesting as well. But Joker doing this is not out of the ordinary in a sense because it's Joker, but this version of Joker is just so out there and he's done a lot of crazy stuff, so it's not too surprising. Second thing I really liked, Barbara. And what I liked is that when she first went against Joker, well, gigantic Joker at the circus or whatever, which I'm like, okay, we're at a circus here. There's Barbara with, I'm guessing, some friends. I have no idea who these people are, but I'm assuming they were her friends. They were sitting next to her. And then when the clown comes out, I'm like, that's Joker. I think it's pretty obvious it's Joker. And when she goes against him, she kind of feels like, well, I need to be stronger because how am I going to help, like, Batman if I'm not strong? Like, and that's the thing. Yes, working out is good, but also we got to see at the end of the episode that really her being tiny compared to Batman was an advantage because he landed on Joker's back multiple times, I think at least twice or maybe even more, to try to pull off the device. Ultimately, she was able to do it from Joker because he couldn't actually reach her behind him, especially when he actually made himself even bigger. So he was trying and he couldn't reach. He's like, well, I'm too tiny, can't get me. And then she was able to successfully pull the device off and just seeing his arm just, and then his leg, and then he falls over. He's like, ah! It's like, what do you expect? Like, right away, they made a point, and this is what I like about this show. A lot of times, and it's Batman, so it would feel kind of odd if he didn't automatically assume I need to go for the device, but they made a point to show he immediately is trying to go for the device, Bane's device on Joker. He immediately goes because he knows, of course, it's a simple, solution, but that's what's causing him to be big. But sometimes in shows like this, the easiest thing that is noticeable that needs to be done to take out a villain in a show sometimes is overlooked. But I guess in this sense, Joker knows that's his weak spot, but also too, it's like we have to address that Bruce is so damn smart, because we've already established that so many different ways in the show so far. Him not going for the device right away makes no sense. It doesn't, because that's exactly what will stop him. So I'm glad that they just got right to that point, but of course Joker every other way was stopping it. The third thing I really liked about the episode, I'm kind of jumping all over the place, being a point, like the things I really liked. The third thing, we brought back that Batmech. I forget what it's called. I think he had a name for it in the Bane episode. Because I think that was the first episode we saw it, and I don't think we've seen it since. But we brought that back, and Bruce didn't use it. Not because he didn't want to, he was trying to, but Joker kept stopping him, and she jumps in and uses it. Fails horribly at first, is stuck in the device, but then in the mech. But then she thinks like a gymnastics, whatever. It's early in the morning and I'm feeling kind of sick, like I was saying. But thinking like a gymnast, right? Anyways, you know what I'm saying. She flips over, and then her second fight with Joker, she definitely is smarter. She's knowing better maneuvers against this giant Joker, of course. And of course they're in I guess he took a Batman back to the circus. I guess that's what he did. I mean, I was like, I don't know what we're doing here exactly, but I'm guessing that's why he did it, because he's like, well, I started everything here, I'll just bring him back here because I'm a clown. So I don't know, but he was trying to play like that game where you try to see how strong you are, and that was definitely interesting. And of course, he had Batman all the way up there in that giant Golden Globe. The Golden Globe was a random thing in this episode, kind of, but then again, this show is odd at times, random at times. So to have this Golden Globe that he literally just takes and he's rolling it around, using it like he's bowling or using it as dodgeball, it's a Joker thing to do. So Joker's like, I'm gonna have some fun, and they're probably thinking, let's just add something different into this, because if he's just strong, then at a certain point we're going to run out of things to do. But they really added something unique with that, because it was just so random. Like, he just took it, but why not? Why not? I also like, too, where he literally... Joker makes a note of the new Batmobile, because he hasn't seen it yet, and then he actually picks it up and throws it. I'm thinking, don't destroy it. We already had one destroyed a little bit ago. Let's not destroy this one, and thankfully it wasn't destroyed. But yeah, Bruce was getting his ass handed to him. But I think it's because he wasn't prepared. Now, this Batman's been active for quite some time. Okay, I think they said 3 years before the events of the show starting. So, but he was kind of like more of a myth. He wasn't actually like more well known, and of course working with Jim Gordon at this point now. So things were very, very different back then. So Bruce is very smart. He's prepared for a lot of things. But as we've seen in the show, when a new villain arises, he doesn't it doesn't go well necessarily, because he's not prepared for that, because he doesn't know how to handle it. How do you handle a Joker that is giant like Bane, and it's still Joker, but just in a giant figure? Like, how do you go about handling that? Of course, he knew right away to go for the device, but still, like, that's, like, he's not going to be able to stop that right away. And of course, they proved it several times. That middle fight that happened where the mech was pulled out, she jumps in, and of course she ends up in the little, like water area or whatever, and she's stuck, and then of course Batman's taken away after the huge fight. That went on for quite some time. Like, I'm surprised how long that fight was. Now, we've had fights in the show that last for a bit. Maybe we've had fights that are like similar length, but it felt like this fight was like even longer than normal. And we've had some shorter fights in the show. We've had some pretty lengthy fights. I'm thinking more of like when the fighting between Poison Ivy and Batgirl Begins Part 2, when we finally are caught up in terms of Bruce was, he was taken. Yeah. I'm trying to think, was he taken? Yeah, I believe he was taken by Barbara. Yeah, he was. And we finally catch up after seeing the Part 1, and then the origin of Ivy and the origin of Barbara becoming Batgirl. And that fight was pretty lengthy in terms of the final sequence with Poison Ivy versus both of them and all that. But it felt like this fight was just, for some reason, just felt long. But I wouldn't say it's a negative. I was just quite surprised that it kept going as long as it did. I'm glad that Barbara is slowly, like, getting on the good graces with Batman, because what they've kind of established in the show is that he's trying to keep her safe. I mean, literally, when she first shows up, they go, "You go high, I go low." And he's like, no, you stay out of this. You're not prepared for this. Like, you need to be safe. And I'm glad that she's slowly, over time, proving herself that she can do this, that she's smarter than, than she seems, or at least what she, because it's a work in progress. Because I bet when Bruce went out there first, being Batman for the first time, I doubt it went perfectly and smoothly, because it doesn't even go smoothly all the time now. So imagine when he first starts out. So for her, she luckily has a mentor, and luckily has Batman, to help guide her. But if she went out there by herself with nobody, it would go way worse. But I think he's starting to embrace the fact that she is helpful, because she literally stopped Joker. It was her. Now, of course, she got the idea to pull the device off because of what Bruce was trying to do with the batarangs, trying to hit the cord going on his arm to his back. But still, she did it. So I feel like he's slowly understanding that, yeah, Barbara, need to keep her around. So maybe one day we'll get her in the Batcave. Maybe he'll actually show her the Batcave and reveal who he is. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, but maybe one day we'll finally get that. I'm not sure. But overall, it was definitely a fun episode, and it's always a good time when Joker shows up in the show. It really is. It's always a good time. Hit the damn side of my desk here and hit my mouse pad. Anyways, so it's always a good time. Like I said, it's always a good time when Joker shows up, because the episodes could be fun. I think every single episode of the show so far has been great in its own way, but Joker just adds a little bit more special to it, because I love this version of Joker. It's just so fun. But yeah, so good times. What do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below. I'm probably going to watch the episode again, because I just felt that it was just such a interesting direction, and it reminded me of Arkham Asylum, Batman. This episode, of course, aired earlier than that, when that game came out, but I was like, that kind of reminds me of the ending of Arkham Asylum, where Joker becomes big like that too. I'm thinking, was it because of Bane in some way? I can't even remember. It's been a while since I played that game, but anyways. So I'm going to go now. I lost my train of thought there, so luckily I remembered that part, because I wanted to mention that brief. Like, yeah, it reminds me of the game, But anyways, I'm going to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.